It's the People Station, V-103, the ATL's #1 for hip-hop and R&B. Frank and Wanda in the morning. Sophia's in the studio with us today because we have a very important interview. And coming up a little bit later on in the interview, we're going to tell you this special honor that Miss Sophia about to get. You excited about this?
Oh, very excited. This is the first time.
All right.
Yes.
This is the first time? Wow. All right. Well, it won't be the last time because from the Vision Church, he is here, ladies and gentlemen. Bishop Allen is here with us. How are you, sir?
I'm excellent. Thank you for having me.
Tell everybody about the Vision Church. Sophia was telling me, I didn't know 100%, and Sophia was telling me, you tell our listeners about the Vision Church.
Well, it's a church, a community of faith. God has blessed us to have just an enormous amount of just wonderful people who are connected to what God is doing, I believe, just around the world where people are coming together, people from all kinds of backgrounds, right? I think we started in a way where our ministry was targeting the LGBTQI community, but it's expanded. You know, people are beginning to come together. Even with all that's going on in the world, people are beginning to come together. And I think the Vision Church, the Vision Cathedral of Atlanta, represents that community. Yes.
So when you first started the Vision Church,
yes, sir,
did you get a lot of flack?
Oh, yes. I got a lot of flack. Miss Sophia knows.
Yeah.
I got a lot of flack. And you know, the reality is a lot of progressive leaders, a lot of progressive pastors. There are a number of pastors in this city and abroad who, you know, the whole point of the ministry was to bring people together.
Yeah.
But to bring people together who are different.
Yeah.
And the truth of the matter is, you know, religion, Christianity, the black church has wrestled with that. And so we got our share of flack, but, you know, that comes with the territory, right? When you're doing something fresh and when you're doing something new and different.
So now, to our listeners who are saying, wait a minute, Frank Ski, LGBT, church, and God, it doesn't go together. How do you answer that now?
You know, I mean, God is love, right?
Absolutely.
God is love.
100%.
So, right. We always say that, but, you know, we're also created in the image of love.
Okay.
In the image of God, which should suggest that if all of us are created in the image of God, that we are actually more alike than we are different.
Okay.
I think the difference in affirming or more inclusive spaces are that we don't spend time focusing on the differences, right? Mm-hmm. Or we shouldn't. Mm-hmm. We should focus on the fact that not only are we created by love, but we are called to be loved. Mm-hmm. You know, there are people that have challenges, but, you know, I also found out that sometimes it takes time for people to understand what it means to be more loving and accepting. And so rather than be defensive and try to over-explain, I think if we exemplify love more, I think people begin to change over time. Yeah.
You know, the first person I heard really opening the door and talking about this, ironically, to me, that spoke to me, to my heart, was when I first heard Kirk Franklin talking about it.
Yes.
And how he was talking about the church has become too churchy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And now I'm starting to see a lot of pastors across the country, you know, unbuttoning their shirt, like relaxing a little bit more. And really showing that it really is truly all about love.
It is all about, and particularly Christianity.
Yes.
You know, I'm always fascinated that
the greatest of these is love.
Is love. You know, like, you know, for those who are Christian, and in many other religions, but particularly Christians, the whole religion is built on love.
Right.
And to sacrifice for love. You know, Jesus Christ, the teachings of Christ is about love.
Yeah.
So you would expect our faith to exemplify that. However, I think it takes all of us to continue to progress that message that God is love, that God loves everybody. And we've got to be more intentional about creating spaces for everybody to experience this love. And that's what I believe our church and our ministry and everything that we do.
So Sophia said he started with church with you.
Right. We started out at Tabernacle, and when I first heard Clay do his first sermon, I was like, Bishop, you need to have your own church. He said, I received that. And so then he went on, and then later on I found out that he has his own church. And now he has a huge following. So they have a big ministry, and they are doing positive things in the community as well as outside the community. And I always tell him every time I see him that I'm proud of him.
Let's talk about I Elevate.
Yeah.
What is it?
I Elevate is much like what we're talking about. You know, first of all, there's a lot going on in the world around us, whether it's politics or, you know, society. There's just so much. And we felt like we needed to create a space, much like Tabernacle and Vision Church of Atlanta. We needed to create a space where everybody, intentionally, we can bring everybody together to elevate our conversation around community, elevate our conversation about how to get engaged in politics, the political structure, elevate our health, elevate finance, elevate how we view ourselves. I mean, we have Reverend Al Sharpton, who's going to come on Tuesday night, June 19th at the Vision Cathedral to talk about how we can elevate the political discourse. We have Ayanna Van Zandt, who will be with us Friday at the Atlanta Marriott Marquis, who's going to talk about how we can fix our life, elevate how we fix our life, right? We have Vivica Fox. We have a I Elevate Fashion and Beauty component for people who have a vision to make people feel good about themselves. Like, how do they elevate into that? We have, which I can segue into this. We have a plethora of people that will be with us, but the Atlanta Mayor, Keisha Bottoms, is opening up City Hall. We're having our Black Tie Gala, and one of the people that we will be honoring is our own Miss Sophia. The legendary Miss Sophia. And I want to say, you know, this whole notion of what we're trying to do in terms of elevate, I elevate, is to also say thank you to those people who have pioneered the work, to people who they didn't even know they were doing it, like Miss Sophia, just creating a platform for those of us who needed a voice. You know, Miss Sophia you may not realize that you created platforms just by being you, by being present, by being at the table. And we thought I mean, what better person to say thank you. So Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms will be there, and just a whole lot of people. You can get your tickets at blacktiegala.org.
Blacktiegala.org.
Ticket, and you know, seating is really, really limited. I mean, City Hall. I think even we're almost sold out of our VIP tickets. So, you know, buy tables, the ones that are left, and tickets. But this is an opportunity for us to elevate the discourse. We want people to have hope and inspiration and motivation.
I'm proud of you, Sophia.
Thank you. And
all right, I need a new dress. I need a new dress, though. I need a new dress. New dress. You better come. Come with it. What I need? Come a new dress.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna need the card so I can go get that new dress. But anyway, they surprised me because Reggie was talking to me about. He's like, Sophia, I need to talk to you, and I was like, okay. I went to Reggie's office, and he's like, do you know this Bishop Allen? I said, yeah. He said, they're getting ready to do a conference here. It's going to be like a week-long conference. And, you know, do you think this would be something good for us to do or get behind and do an interview with them and let them come up here? And I was like, that's one of the biggest mega churches here in Atlanta. Yeah, you need to get Bishop Allen in here. So they came in, and then it was like, yeah, Sophia, we want you, and we're going to honor you. I'm like, what?
That's good.
That's right.
So it's like, I really appreciate it. It's just like you said, it's like when you're doing what you love doing, you don't do it, you know, to be honored. You just do it because you love doing it.
But the recognition comes.
And for you guys like to single me out like that, I really appreciate it.
We love you. We really appreciate you. And Frank, we hope that you'll be there.
Absolutely. This is exciting. I got to get you back and do an inspirational vitamin for us one day.
Anytime.
I'd like that.
I'm with my family. We've known each other for a minute.
Don't say it. Don't say it and don't do it.
Right. But I want to go back to something. You know, I don't think a lot of people know that long before I started my ministry here in Atlanta, that I knew Miss Sophia. And Miss Sophia encouraged me into my ministry. And a lot of people don't know that. You know, we had conversations on the steps of the church. Miss Sophia was an usher. Y'all didn't know she was
I was on a courtesy gift.
Yeah, it was a courtesy gift. And just, you know, it goes to show that, you know, when we stay positive, when we seize the moment, you can encourage somebody and not even realize that person you're encouraging can be pushed into things much greater than you see.
Well, you know, that's how God works.
Yes.
That's how God works.
That is how God works. That's right.
God speaks through other people. You got to be willing and open enough to hear God's word coming from somebody else, even through Miss Sophia. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate
Evangelist.
it.
All right.
We talked about all this event, and we wanted people to buy tickets and all of that, but we didn't tell them the date.
Yes. June 19th through the 24th. So June 19th, Tuesday evening, 7:30 at the Vision Cathedral of Atlanta, 704 Ormwood Avenue, right next to Grant Park, is the kickoff event. It's a Jesus and Justice event. So we have a few folks that'll be talking about the community, But most of all, Reverend Al Sharpton is going to talk to us about elevating.
Beautiful.
It's open to the public. It's
Okay.
free and open to the public. Friday and Saturday are the main days for the I Elevate conference, and you can register ielevateconference.org.
Okay.
ielevateconference.org. Seating is also limited. The response has been so overwhelming.
Well, that's a beautiful thing.
That we're kind of like, okay, we're
Well,
gonna
you're
have to,
honoring me. What did you expect?
we have to like shut it off at a certain point.
It's gonna be bigger than the royal wedding.
It's going to be amazing.
Nice.
$89 registration, and that includes. I think the reason why that's such a interesting thing is that we're feeding people at the hotel, breakfast and lunch.
That's
and,
great.
Meals and workshops. We have a track for
$89 is incredible.
$89. I wanted to make sure it was accessible to anybody in the community. We're doing something for pastors and leaders. We have a pastors and leaders track. We have a fashion and beauty event. We have a millennial summit. We have a national women's conference that will have a plethora of national women's speakers, innovators, influencers. We also have a very specific transgender people of faith track. And so we're bringing everybody together from all over, celebrities, politicians, pastors, leaders, activists. We're bringing people together to say, we can bring change. There's a lot of talk about politics and negativity, but it's time that we find a way to be the bridge. Be the bridge between faith and film, and faith. We have a film screening. I mean, we're doing a lot of stuff, but faith and fashion, faith and community leadership, faith and advocacy. This is sponsored primarily by the Prevention from the Pulpit initiative. And so we're also having conversations about HIV and AIDS. We're having conversations about public health. We're having conversations about health disparities and how people can understand their health better, sexual health, healthy sexual health, right? And just everything that can, hopefully in our own little way, encourage, inspire, and bring hope so that we can move this world forward.
Bishop Allen, you got me inspired. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you all for having me.
We appreciate it. All right, everybody. The
Buy
Vision
your
Church.
tickets.
Make sure you get the tickets.
Yes.
Thank you, Sophia.
Thank you, Frank.
All right,
you.
the People Station V103.